The president's approval is in the basement as Joe Biden nears 1 year in office. And now a confident House Minority Leader, Kevin McCarthy, is laying out his plans if Republicans take the House in the midterms.
You know what we'll do if we are entrusted with the majority? Talk about how do we lower the prices for the American public? How do we stop this rise of inflation and prices of everything you deal with? How do we secure our border? How do we stop government mandating and controlling our lives? How do we make cities safe again? And yes, we will hold this administration accountable.
House Oversight Committee ranking member James Comer would become chairman of that committee if Republicans regain the House majority in November. He joins me now. Congressman, good morning. Thank you for taking time. I want to get your thoughts. The president's approval rating, the lowest since taking office as we near the 1 year mark on Thursday. Your reaction?
Well, I'm not surprised. His policies have been a disaster. The American people have realized that. I think that if you look at the approval rating for President Biden and look at the lack of any meaningful agenda that matters to the American people from Joe Biden, Chuck Schumer, and Nancy Pelosi, that things are looking very good for us this November, but we can't take it for granted. But as Kevin McCarthy said, we're going to hit the ground running. If we're entrusted with the majority, we're not going to slow down. We're going to be like Newt Gingrich when he took over the House. We're going to have an agenda, and Kevin McCarthy just started laying the groundwork for that agenda.
I remember when Speaker Gingrich had the contract with America, laid things out clearly, and now you have Leader McCarthy laying out the priorities, everything from the border to the out-of-control crime to the soaring 40-year high inflation. What do you believe should be priority number one, and how will Republicans begin to tackle it?
Well, as far as I'm concerned, priority number one will be to hold the Biden administration accountable. I mean, we have to look at every debacle in this administration, from Afghanistan to spending tax dollars to the Wuhan lab for gain-of-function research. We have to look at the unfunded, unconstitutional mandates, the vaccine mandate, the executive order halting the border wall, the executive order halting the Keystone pipeline. Each of these policies of the Biden administration has had detrimental effect on the American taxpayers. The Keystone pipeline led to higher energy prices. His mandates and his executive orders to halt drilling on federal lands, this has contributed to higher gas prices. His runaway unnecessary spending has led to inflation. These are the areas where my committee, the House Oversight Committee, will hold the Biden administration accountable.
Congressman, if you do indeed win the majority and take over that committee, will we hear from Hunter Biden?
Absolutely. We've already asked the administration for lots of information. They have not complied at all. We've asked the administration for preservation of documents on a whole menu of items, some of which pertain to Hunter Biden. People may ask, why is this important? What has Hunter Biden got to do with anything? There are a lot of questions we have with the administration, with their reaction to China. For example, why doesn't the administration want to hold China accountable for the Wuhan lab leak? Why doesn't the administration have a tougher line against China? Hunter Biden could be the reason for this. If Hunter Biden was innocent, I believe that Joe Biden would comply with our request. We have simple requests. When Hunter Biden starts selling artwork and it brings $500,000, which would make him the highest paid artist alive in the world today, we simply want to know who bought that artwork. And this is something that any administration would be transparent with. But for whatever reason, the Biden administration hasn't been transparent with Hunter Biden's artwork, with his consulting deals with Ukraine. Now we see that he's involved in a deal in Africa that gives China an upper hand on controlling the world mineral markets with the minerals that we need to make batteries. So there are a lot of questions we have about Hunter Biden. I think the American people want to know the answers to.
Congressman James Comer, thank you for your time this early Monday morning. We will be watching it. It's going to be a very interesting midterm election. Thank you, sir.
Thanks for having me on.
Hi, everyone. I'm Brian Kilmeade. I want you to do me a favor. I want you to click to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page. This is the only way that I know for sure that you're not going to miss any great commentary, any great news bites, any great interviews coming your way on Fox. You can get it all here on YouTube. So subscribe right now.